Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel in DC. I'm Benny, that's Sal, and that's Dylan, and we were talking about the Superman show when they went ahead and named the Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man, why can't it...
Home Slice.
No, not Home Slice, Home Wrecker.
Home on the Range.
Sorry. Oh, right. Home on the Range.
We spent an entire day with Tom Holland and the entire cast of Spider-Man 3 that we know of, jokingly coming out with names, only to get the final reveal at the ending, Sal's cat.
Yes. Welcome to the show.
True.
But the name of the movie is No Way Home. Now, that's all we have for Spider-Man 3, other than the knowledge it's going to link together loosely to WandaVision and Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. And we also have like a billion and one leaks of cast members.
That's right.
Rumors. This
No Way Home.
movie has been rumored way and back.
We just wanted to take a few minutes to throw our ideas and theories out there. What do you guys think No Way Home implies? Because Homecoming was like, it was a twofold name. Spider-Man was brought back to the MCU, and that was kind of like, it was Homecoming. And then Far From Home was him being completely away
of
from...
a title?
True. They made their decision to stick with the home thing, and that's going to bite them. Which they
absolutely didn't need to do.
Nope.
Ruined.
Far From Home made sense, though. You know? He was in Italy.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's very literally what happened.
I mean, it's just a name at the end of the day, but like...
Right, like... Yeah, it turns out, based on the Spider-Man trilogy, the John Watts or whatever Spider-Man trilogy, that, like, titles don't matter.
No, you know what it is? Anyway. No Way Home. He can't come back from Italy. That's what this is. He's just stuck in Italy now.
My biggest concern is that No Way Home means you're going to Sony and you can't be here anymore. That is the title it was a dagger in my heart. I'm like, no.
That was my concern too, that this is going to be him falling into the multiverse, ending up in the world of like Venom and the Sinister Six movie and Morbius. Yeah, all these characters.
A much richer place.
And this is going to be the way that they separate him from the MCU. Only to bring him back in like some epic triumphant thing in the next Avengers movie. That would be kind of cool. Like we lose him, but he's back in 3 movies and you wouldn't see it coming. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man isn't Thor. Him showing up in the climactic battle of a fifth Avengers movie is not like, yes, he's here. It's just exciting to have him in these movies. It is for your
dollar, though.
It is for the dollar. Yeah. What if he does it? What if he does like On Your Left? And he swings it.
That's not his reference. He wouldn't know to say that.
No, he went to the alternate universe and saw Endgame, and now he knows the reference. My concern with the title, the title only made me realize that I had this concern about the ending of Far From Home, is that for those who don't remember, at the end of Far From Home, his identity was revealed. Blah blah blah. Big status quo change for everything. The one of the biggest valid criticisms, I think, of the 2 John Watts Spider-Man movies that we've gotten is that there isn't like your classic Manhattan-based like swinging around skyscrapers Spider-Man.
Right, big time.
And I'm worried. We got 2
minutes of it at the end of the last one.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes of it with a promise of like maybe finally in the 3rd movie we're going to get that. And now with the combination of that status quo shift and No Way Home, I don't know if we're gonna get that.
Yeah, so I completely agree with you. That's a shame. Plus the multiverse, plus the Spider-Man, like there's gonna be no room for him to just be Spider-Man.
Right.
I think that's my biggest problem with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. As much as I love this character, you're right. He hasn't been just the Spider-Man we know. And I get the first movie was like, we're trying to break away from that. We want to do things you've never seen before. I'm like, cool, I appreciate that. And then the second movie was like, we're really going to break the mold. We're going to Italy. He's Night Monkey. We're okay. But like you said, 3rd movie. All right, we're going to finally be in New York. We're going to finally get that Spider-Man story. And now it's going to be a Spider-Verse, but with live action people because that animated movie did amazing. That's
got an Oscar.
That's going to be like...
I'm sure it'll still be a fun movie. It's just, especially for, I'm sure, Sal, you can speak on this a lot, like diehard fans of Spider-Man want a certain thing. Hi, Wanda. And we're just not going to get that, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was that shot that I don't think was even real from the trailer for Homecoming, where we saw Spider-Man and Iron Man like fly past the screen against the backdrop of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
That was the promise. That's the thing that we all wanted for an MCU Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man doing Spider-Man stuff, being Spider-Man, like Aunt May, Uncle Ben, animal-themed villains against Manhattan. Secret identity, maybe girl problems, and also Iron Man. That's all I've been asking for since Iron Man. It's just that.
And you're just worried that No Way Out's not going to be it? No Way Home's going
to... No Way Home means there's no way we're ever going to do that. And by the way, I've enjoyed those movies, and I've had a great time with them. And the Homecoming suit is one of my favorite costumes for Spider-Man in the multimedia. But we haven't gotten pure, unadulterated, unfiltered Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that, like, because Spider-Man is, like, a cash cow and is a, logo, that he is too big to be a street-level hero that everyone identifies. For the same reason we all like him, he can't be that because he's too popular and he makes too much money.
I think the only way that they'd be able to, like, because I'm sure the reason that why they keep doing these larger-than-life plots is because we live in a post, like, Infinity War Endgame world where that's, despite how much, like, MCU people, Kevin Feige will come out and say, like, we're scaling back after Endgame. Like, clearly they're really not.
No.
So,
WandaVision started out, you're like, it's grounded, it's going to be great. It's like, oh, no, it's not.
No.
Yep.
And I think that's, like, just, unfortunate Spider-Man's going to be thrown into these plots, despite, like, how much Tom Holland nails the character, I feel. And when he does get to be Spider-Man, he gets to be Spider-Man, but he's just not in an environment that, like, really, we're not going to get that. And maybe Sony has, like, some weird clause in their contract where only they can do the city stuff, and we'll get that when he goes back to Sony. Who knows? But I want that, like, opening scene of Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That's what I want.
Yeah. I mean, I still feel like we got that at the end of Far From Home. Him, using the web pits and flying through what might be the Baxter building and being, running across buildings and stuff. It's like, but I also want to see, like, we can patchwork the Spider-Man we want, because him saving Vulture, him, going to Coney Island, helping old ladies, stopping bike thieves, making Avengers jokes, but stopping a bank robbery, all that stuff is Spider-Man. Like, him having a favorite bodega, like, these are all, like, the things we wanted, like, the world-building Spider-Man stuff we all asked for. It's just that they were like, but we can't, if we're going to spend $200 million, it has to be that, like, it has to be 10 times bigger.
Right.
And it's like, everyone will spend $200 million or more to watch Spider-Man fight Electro or the Rhino or the Vulture or Scorpion or any other. It doesn't need to be 6 of them. It doesn't need to be Craven. One Spider-Man movie where he's being hunted by a lunatic in a loincloth. People will spend $500 million to see that. It just needs to be compelling. That's all I ask.
That's what I was going to mention Craven specifically, because I think Craven would be, like, their whole thing seems to be right now that we're going to put Spider-Man in situations where general audiences haven't seen him before.
Yes.
I think with Craven, you can put Spider-Man in a tone, like in a storybook tone that audiences haven't seen him in before. Like, make us afraid of the villain. And, like, Vulture was really scary. But not in a way where, like you said, like, Craven is a nightmare person. Like, he's an upsetting villain if you really, like, look at him. And that would be a really cool, like, tonal shift. And I'm sure, like, that's probably something Sony wants to do themselves. They don't want to, give anything like that. Like, the MCU Spider-Man movies, those can have huge ties to the MCU. But if we're going to do, like, actual Spider-Man, we want all the money for that. And it's like, okay.
It's just frustrating because, like, Sony's not creative enough to accomplish that effectively.
Right.
Like, Sony's like, we want to keep all the really good, rich stuff. And it's like, but you've proven you can't do that. That's why we have this. I'm worried that Craven is going to be more
5 times.
And you've tried 5 times.
Oh, God.
I'm really worried that they're going to be like, Craven is a multiversal spider hunter. And, people don't know who Morlun is, but they might have heard of Craven is. So we make Craven, but he's just got the same Morlun motivation and powers. And, that's why we have Spider-Men in this movie and stuff. And that would be a shame.
Yeah, that would be a waste of a character.
The whole Morlun family, if you want to go giant multiverse, use that in the MCU. But...
Please don't.
Come on. Morlun's great!
No.
Morlun,
no, he's not. He's terrible.
He's got one story arc in him that's maybe interesting, that makes you question Spider-Man's origins and never confirm them. But then you move on from that and you give him a whole family and you say, yes, definitively this is what Spider-Man is. Then you ruin all of it. Don't put his family in there.
Yeah. No. He doesn't have a family.
No.
Fine.
Absolutely
He
not.
especially doesn't have a dad who's even more powerful than he is. No. None of that was good.
Agreed.
But I am worried that he has baggage, and they're gonna be like, no, Craven, but he hunts across the multiverse.
They make him the.
You could do that
or whatever.
You could do that. You could have him do it. You don't have to link him to Morlun. Just Craven somehow got the technology after WandaVision and Doctor Strange, and everything happened. You could do that, but.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so the last thing I want to ask last thing I want to ask, based upon what we just got revealed, it says coming exclusively to movie theaters.
Right.
Do we think that's actually going to happen in December?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You think they're just going to hold it until they could do it properly, like they do it with Black Widow?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be in theaters. I mean, it could change by that point. I guess it depends on what happens with Black Widow. Because what is the state of that right now? I completely forgot about Black Widow.
May or June? It's coming soon.
Okay. Are they still hard-headed, only theaters for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like hopefully the state of the world is better by then, but I still, at this point, even before COVID, I was I don't want to go to movie theaters. I don't like them. I have a good enough sound system and TV here. I would gladly pay an extra amount to watch it at home, instead of having to go to a theater and have people scream and chew loudly in my ear the whole time.
Yes.
I mean, I as much as I love the theater going experience, I love going to the theater at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday when no one's there. I don't like going Friday, Saturday night. My Endgame experience is ruined during the big finale. Tony Stark is he's down, he's about to snap, and a baby just starts bawling. And the parents refuse to get up and take the baby out. They were there for 3 minutes till someone asked them to leave. And this is I love the theater experience. I don't love what everyone else is there. How can I just get a personal theater experience?
Yeah, you don't want a home. You want a home theater experience.
Right.
I did have a great experience seeing Endgame though. Endgame was big. It was really cool to be in that theater and have people weeping next to me or cheering loudly at cool moments. It was really cool.
I will always treasure and this is the most nerdy stuff in the world, but I will treasure the first time I saw Endgame and Cap brings the hammer back and the entire theater that was packed erupts.
People stood up like they were on their feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was
good. It's a good moment.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, this has been Absolutely Marvel in DC, where we talk about all of the DC and Marvel movies, TV shows, and just fun rumors and stuff that's going around. What do you think No Way Home means? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. Hit that like button. We could really use the subscriptions and the likes right now because this channel is just getting started. And if you want to be a part of it, what?
I said we're begging.
We're begging. Please, please subscribe to the channel.
Annihilate the like button.
Blow it up. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time right here.